for today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Oh.
We had road trip.
We did. And it was a pleasant road trip.
It wasn't bad at all. And it's like we're hoping and praying that maybe oldest kid finally, he did get as far as diagnosis. It is SIBO. And that is something that was lumped in a category, and he was explaining there's been lots of people that have had this condition and that they didn't know what it was. So that is one of the positive advancements in medicine with the technology and stuff, that they can now test for these things. And it's a matter of the frustration of trying to get the medication.
Yeah.
And it's just, it shouldn't be that hard.
The bureaucracy is, it's a clown show.
It is strangling the life out of people.
Yeah.
It truly is. So just prayers for him, if you would, please.
Mm-hmm.
And with the my stick.
My stick.
It's still in my head.
Is better and the seagulls.
You can't touch my stick. And so just as we were sitting and waiting while he was having the testing done, silly stuff.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. Because I think everybody needs that right now.
It's desperately needed.
And one of the people that I have adored for many years and was actually never able to listen to his actual radio show, Dr. Demento.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Demento has been around he's still around. He's like 83 now. He's actually over there on X. And basically it's a post for his show. He still does a show.
Mm-hmm.
And you can, it's a paid something, but that's okay.
So
Let him make his coin.
So he's still active?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because I know you said the last time he posted was like 2020, but
that was a different account.
Okay.
Or I think it was actually here, and he does have a website.
Well, that's what I thought you were going off of, was his website, the news page on there. Yeah.
And I will put a link to the website because it's fun. If you're not familiar with Dr. Demento, please just make yourself aware of him. Mm-hmm. If you like parody songs, kooky songs, just oddball songs, because these have been around for a very long time.
Yeah. Yeah, they have.
We're talking back during the 20s and 30s or whenever, or 40s, I know. Spike Jones. He was one of the well-known ones that did a lot of kooky, especially De Fuhrer's Face.
What?
Yes, De Fuhrer's Face.
De Fuhrer's Face?
Yes.
Oh, right, yeah, I remember that. I just couldn't. I was like, what are you saying? What's that, English?
No, it's not. It's German. But what was wonderful was that song was a hit during World War II because it was trolling De Fuhrer.
Mm-hmm. Memes.
Yeah. This was radio memes.
Yeah. Because shit posters have always been a thing, no matter where, when in time.
Yes. And it's like, it was needed because it was a fuck you to De Fuhrer.
To De Fuhrer.
And his cows and all this stuff. And how amazing that was. And Spike Jones, like I said, had to lift people's morale. To lift their spirits. Mm-hmm. We need that right now.
Yeah. We
need people like Dr. Demento. We need people like the my bad lip reading or whatever it was, and the there I ruined it for you with the AI and stuff. And it's necessary.
Yes.
But I never got to hear any of the Dr. Demento shows, like I said. And I don't know exactly when it was. Kid was asking me earlier how I found out about him. I don't know. I really don't. And it could have been that because I have loved Weird Al since the first time I saw him. And back in the 80s, you always had stuff like that. But even before then, I was aware of Spike Jonze. Because I had a band director that liked Spike Jonze. And just different people in my world that I was around that liked weird, kooky songs. There was one that I still have not found, and it's called Velvet Elvis.
Oh, God. Oh.
And that was a drawing instructor that had introduced that one. And then he had, as far as I would rather have a bottle in front of me than to have a frontal lobotomy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's like the people that are memeing. I got my lobotomy at Claire's.
The Fugs. I mean, like I said, it's just those of us who love music, truly love music, and loved radio. And I would love to have heard Dr. Demento back in the day. But there was a box set that came out, and it was the 20th anniversary collection. And I've pulled it up here on Amazon, and I don't know that it doesn't give me all the specs on a lot of this stuff. I know that it's $39 now, which I certainly back in the day did not pay that for it. Let's see, it said that first date available was 2015. That is not correct. I know that's not correct. So I don't know why they would, maybe it was this printing of it or whatever. But this was one of the things that when I was in radio and during Halloween, and I would have the Great Pumpkin giveaway, I always included one of these because you could still find it then. I mean, I've been out of radio for a very long time, 25 years. This is kid.
25 years.
Kid got to be there. He was in the
right there
control room. Yeah,
right
a lot of times in his bassinet. But Dr. Demento, and I always would enjoy including elements of what Dr. Demento had done when I was on the air. If it was reading a story from the Weekly World News, you had to be really careful with that so that people didn't believe them, because God, I'm just like, people. But the 20th anniversary collection is 2 CDs, and it had things like The Scotsman. The Scotsman is such a brilliant song.
I haven't heard it.
Yeah, we played it today.
Oh yeah, you did. Shit, I didn't know that's. I forgot.
And it was
Sorry.
like where he was drunk and he fell asleep under the tree.
Oh yeah, that one was hilarious.
Yes, the young ladies came by and wanted to see if it was true what they did not wear underneath their kilt, and that they had wrapped a blue ribbon around it. And he woke up and he's like, "I don't know where you've been, lad, but I see that you've won first prize." The way that it is worded is brilliant.
Just tongue in cheek.
It was just incredible. And of course, classics that we don't think about, Monster Mash. You know, that one's been around for forever. They said the Spike Jonze and his City Slickers, Cocktails for Two. Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? That's a sing-along. It really is. You had Hello Mudda, Hello Fada.
I was listening to that the other day.
Alan Sherman was brilliant.
Hello Fada.
Here I am in Camp Granada.
Camp Granada.
It was just awesome. And of course, Purple People Eater. It had, David Seville, who did the Chipmunks. This one, it had the Witch Doctor.
Fish heads,
oh yeah, it's got fish heads. But Earache My Eye was awesome. Now on here they do have Well, Alice Bowie, I think, was the one that actually did it, but also Cheech and Chong did a version of it, and it was amazing. You can't even. That's become reality. That's what was horrifying. I'm like, oh my God, this was prophetic. Go back and listen to Earache My Eye.
What?
Yeah, and I think it came out in like 1970, but it has become prophetic.
Earache My Eye.
Yes. You had Tom Lear, who was also brilliant, poisoning pigeons in the park.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Surfing Bird. Just all kinds of amazing stuff. But, like I said, Weird Al was given his start, basically, with Dr. Demento. And the fish heads, that's Barnes and Barnes. And the video, please go watch the video to that.
Fish heads, it's fucked. It's disturbing.
It is highly disturbing, but it's also it'll give you an earworm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ever so often you'll be going,
and it will pop in there just fish heads, roly fish heads.
Oh, and they're coming to take me away, haha.
That's where you found that?
And Napoleon the 14th.
They're coming to take me away, haha. They're coming to take me away, hee ho. What?
Hee hee, haha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time.
He was talking about a dog.
Yeah. But we need things like this. We need Dr. Demento.
Mm-hmm.
And it's incredible how humor has changed. And we are living in a time right now where a lot of people want to be humorless.
Yeah, literally. But we need... And you know what's ironic on that? Most of us grew up in a time where YouTube was just comedy.
Yeah.
It was not politically correct humor in the slightest, but we all found it hilarious.
Political correctness is, it is, as far as thought, it kills thought. It kills comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just like, there have been so many comedians that have been basically shut down for fear of being, character assassination.
Cancel culture. That is what cancel culture is. It is character assassination.
Mm-hmm. It's witchcraft. It is black magic.
Now, in some cases, the people really do need to be canceled.
Well, no, I don't.
Looking at you, Beyonce.
I don't know that it's necessarily a matter of canceling them as much as it is letting them know, hey, what you're doing is not acceptable. But when you've got these people that they just pile on somebody, and it's this smear campaign,
mm-hmm.
and we've seen that, and we have endured that for years.
4 years, even more than that.
But there's people that are fighting back. And like I said, some of the AI creations that we have heard recently, just hilarious. These are things that Dr. Demento would be proud of.
Yes, that is AI put to good use right there. It's like it's much too fucking early for Christmas.
But I was reading on Wikipedia about this gentleman, and he
actually
was an avid record collector from the time that he was a kid.
Really?
And that there was a record store near where he was that you could get 78s. Now think of this. For a nickel.
For a nickel?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, those 78s, those just the little ones.
Those were the thick ones.
Oh, those were the thick ones.
Yeah.
You could not bonk someone over the head with those.
Yes, you could. Those were the thick ones, and then you had 33s, and then you had the 45s. Was the ones that you had to have the little doodly hoo to put in the middle to put on the record player.
The doodly hoo.
Yes, that's a technical term.
It is. I've heard other people do it. That's like the doobly doo. That's the description box is the doobly doo.
Absolutely. But they have on his website, they do have merch that you can buy that is just awesome. Something that I will have to look into purchasing. He's got, it's first century dementia is what it's called. And these are, it's 24 vintage recordings from the first century of novelty music, personally chosen by Dr. Demento himself. It says it's featuring rare discs from his extensive record collection. And it's between 1895 to 1923. How awesome is that? That's on my holiday wish list right there.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
And it's not that bad. It's like, it says it's sold out on his website, but I think I saw it on Amazon.
Okay.
Maybe. Other people, I mean, like, just awesome stuff. Alcoholic Blues by Billy Murray from 1919. I've got to hear that. Just amazing. And some of these things you can type in, or you can copy and paste the titles of these things. Sometimes these will come up on YouTube.
Sometimes, yeah.
Because there are some people that they totally enjoy and appreciate some of these vintage things. They don't want them to go into the dustbin of history.
No.
Never to be seen again or heard again. I mean, it just...
They cannot go extinct. Not digitally extinct.
These are some of the rabbit holes that I will fall down. And I don't mind to fall down those rabbit holes at all.
Nah, these are the good, lighthearted rabbit holes.
Absolutely. And that sound that they had on those old records, because of the recording style, it had that distinctive pop and hiss to it. There's nothing like that. Even as far as actual records. And when we have, and I've talked about this before, there's so much sound that is lost through the compression.
Yeah.
Things that you don't even know. There's whole instruments that basically have been erased when you do digital versus vinyl.
Yeah. Japan had a audio media thing. It was a digital thing, sort of like CDs, whatever. But it was supposed to give the same quality as vinyl.
Really?
Yeah. It was uncompressed files or whatever that was supposedly put on a disc or whatever, but you had to have this big setup thing that's cost money.
Of course it did. Of course it did. And that was one of the reasons as far as the compression rates and stuff. And new is not always better. And you've got to... People don't even realize that before there was vinyl, they recorded it on these cylinders.
Wax cylinders.
Yeah.
That's why they all sounded kind of creepy.
And it was just incredible.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, just that technology alone is fascinating. It really is.
The old phonographs and stuff. There are some of us that adore those things.
To the people that are trying to get rid of physical media, trying to do like the subscriptions. There on TikTok, there was this girl that was trying to convince her mom to get rid of all of her CDs, and the mom was bucking hard, and everybody in the comments was on the mama's side.
Right.
It's like, you are not, let her have her CDs.
Absolutely, because it's one of those.
You may not want to own something, but shit, let the rest of us have physical copies. It pisses me off when music artists don't release physical copies anymore.
Well, what you can always do is download whatever it is, and you can still burn CDs. We still do that.
It's not the same as far as having the pamphlet that you can open and read through and having like bonus things in there.
No, it's not the same at all. And that was one of the things growing up with vinyl, that you had the record covers. The album covers was amazing, that in and of itself, because there were people that would put so much effort into it. A lot of it had artwork in it.
Yeah.
That was part of the package that you got. Mm-hmm. The album insert.
Yeah.
A lot of times would tell you about different things. It had lyrics. And being a word person, yes, I was that kid that was sitting there reading the lyrics to Ozzy Osbourne as I was listening to him.
I would do, yeah. I anytime you got me CDs as a kid, like I read Shakira's the pamphlet on the Brainwashing album. Oh fuck, which one was it? The Rocksteady one I wore out by No Doubt.
Yeah,
stuff like that. These comedy songs, they have bonus tracks on. Some of these comedy artists have bonus tracks that are just hilarious.
Oh yeah.
And why would someone not want to support that?
Right.
And I hope that YouTube parodies make a comeback, because they were hilarious.
They could put them over on Rumble. Because where YouTube has got so strict on everything, you could put the stuff on Rumble. You can put it over on BitChute. Mm-hmm. Because those guys still, in some ways, very much Wild West.
Yeah. It was also had to deal with copyright stuff. And so I was like, oh God, La Cocha. That was a core one. She parodied Lady Gaga, Madonna, Marilyn Monroe, Beyonce all in one skit, and it was hilarious.
Yeah.
She was like, the Marilyn was like, "Bye bye baby was my song, then you copied me, made money, and called it oh my." So cool. It was just, I howled at that.
We need that. And it's just like over on X, the last time that Dr. Demento had posted was November the 23rd, and he was talking about Alice's Restaurant. That is other than a hymn, that is the Thanksgiving song. That's Arlo Guthrie, for those who've never heard it. Mm-hmm. And it lasts about 9 days, but it's hilarious. About where dude was he got arrested for throwing trash out illegally. And the 37 8x10 glosses with a circle and whatever and a paragraph on the back of it. It's just brilliant. And in fact, just the other day, the lady that was the inspiration had passed away. As far as the inspiration for Alice and her restaurant, she had passed away a couple of days ago.
Oh, rest in peace.
But she will be forever.
She will be remembered.
The inspiration for this. Mm-hmm. You never know when you're going to inspire somebody.
Right. You never know.
But I love Dr. Demento. I love the fact that he has been appreciated, because a lot of people like him don't. They're not. Mm-mm. And that was like they had actually, it was interesting, found out of scrolling through different posts and stuff, that there is such a thing as the Svengoolie Stomp. If you don't know who Svengoolie is, now he's been around forever.
Yeah.
And he's one of these, Elvira was one of the first ones that started with some of the hosting of the cheesy horror movies.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, we had Shock Theater, and oh my God, I loved Shock Theater. That was Saturdays. And when it came on, and Mom would be like, "Do you want to go to the grocery store?" No, I don't want to go to the grocery store. Shock Theater's coming on.
Just sitting home and watching it.
Yeah. Loving it. Black and white, wonderful things. And so then you had Elvira and her whole thing as far as doing the... Mm-hmm. And so then
it was campy. The Breather. Breather was a disturbing character in movie Macabre. Oh, he's greasy. He was always greasy.
But she inspired how many others, and I'm sure that she probably was the inspiration to Svengoolie.
Oh,
because
yeah.
other people,
Her and Vampira.
Who was it that had the Mortimer or whatever the skeleton with him as his co-host?
Mortimer.
I think it was the name of the skeleton. It was another one of these horror movie hosts.
I don't know, but I know Voltaire had skeleton co-host for a while.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
And maybe it was him that had Mortimer. I don't know who it was, but there was somebody that had it. And we had tried to watch. There was a guy that was over in the UK that he does host the horror. Totally different. It was like it lasted 9 years, and I'm like, dude, this is supposed to be humor. You're supposed to mix a little humor in with the horror. And he just would talk, and I don't know, he got too serious. Maybe it's just me. It's a different vibe. People love him. It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
And there ain't nothing wrong with it.
I watched Dr. Wolfula.
Yeah.
Loved him. He's still on YouTube.
How awesome is that? We need people like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I was talking to Kid, I'm like, Dr. Demento is living my dream. And we don't know why things work the way that they do. But I'm grateful that this man has had 5 decades of doing something he loves.
Mm-hmm.
Truly.
That's a long career. Long-lasting, successful career.
And that he is beloved. Now, I know that these people out there, this is stupid shit. Well, just go and grab yourself a box of depression and go in the other room. While the rest of us are out here singing fish heads. Mm-hmm.
Do people not understand what Smooth Brain Gang is? It's literally Dr. Demento is part of the Smooth Brain Gang committee.
You have to do parody and different things like that. You have to be brilliant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons as far as Weird Al. He is brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
My God, just spot on. Here we are sitting in the parking lot singing Amish Paradise. Nobody cares.
People living most our lives living in an Amish paradise. Yeah. I'm not a singer.
And to find out that Weird Al actually has a star on the Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
He really, really does.
So,
he's not released new music since 2014, I think, like a full album.
Weird Al?
Yeah.
For real?
For real.
Wonder what's going on. I know that he has
I checked his Spotify.
Okay. I know that he has released some different videos. It's got to be since then. When did he do the song Tacky?
Happy came out in 2013, I think.
Tacky?
Like the song, 'Cause I'm happy, clap along if you feel. And then shortly after, that's when Weird Al's thing came out.
Maybe it was. I didn't. And I'll have to look and see what's going on with him on that. But I know that he does concerts. He had one that was...
Oh, he's still out there.
Wasn't that far from us. It would probably been... And it wasn't ridiculously... Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. So we'll have to see what's going on with him.
I was not a fan of Polka Face. It was the whole string.
Polka Face was great. But it goes on forever.
That's the issue.
Yeah. But just cool stuff. I would love to see the man in concert.
Yeah.
I really would.
It would be a hoot.
But we had thought about going and seeing him, and I can't remember if that was during the time of Coof or whatever it was.
I think that was during Coof times.
When everything that's like, who knows?
Coof. You got the Coof.
But he actually did come to this, not that far away from us. It was in Virginia. Oh, he's going to be in Charlotte. But it's like, day after my birthday. He's going to be in Wilmington on my birthday in 2025.
How far away is that?
It is a good distance.
What's a good distance?
4 or 5 hours.
Oh shit, that's not
Wilmington
okay.
is a big city. I don't do big city.
We went to Charlotte.
We
That's
did go
a
to
big
Charlotte,
city.
but that was for Alice Cooper. And I like Weird Al, but he is no Alice Cooper. He is no Alice Cooper.
No.
Not at all. So everybody's got their limits. Final thoughts, kid.
Humor. Bring YouTube parodies back.
Put parodies on Rumble.
Yeah.
YouTube's absolutely just ruined themselves in a lot of ways.
It was like all the copyright shit that bring them back. Bring parody songs back.
Well, like I said, Rumble is truly up and coming with a lot of their stuff. Odyssey is great.
Yeah.
Not Odyssey, BitChute. Odyssey, I've sort of...
Sorry, Odyssey.
Yeah, I liked Odyssey on a lot of things, but they just became very stagnant. And it may have been because of the, cost of everything. But, if y'all are on Odyssey and that they are doing stuff at this point, let me know. I would have no problem going back over there. But, it's like I have smatterings. I have twos and fews everywhere.
Yeah.
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just...
It is what it is.
Yeah. We doing.
Everybody's having the paranormal and supernatural.
Stop it, please.
Let's see. You want to tell them where we are?
We are on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Warlenda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter. Warlanda, COCWS.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty active over there.
Yeah, you are.
I have fun.
She posts... Come on, check her out. She posts cool shit on there, man.
It's ADHD posting.
It is.
It's all over the page.
Sometimes she'll go on a tangent or two, but it's okay. It's all right. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but it's not usually unwarranted.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's never unwarranted.
No, I can get serious
but you
post
post
certain things.
That's the thing. I just scroll past those.
Yeah, and that's okay. That is okay because there's some serious shit going out there. But I do have, a palate cleanse, timeline cleanse, I think is what they call them.
It's palate and timeline cleanse.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Anyhow, have some laughter today. Yeah. Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. Mm-hmm. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yep.
Bye.